No, it was sarcasm. It was
this, and he's trying to say sarcasm now. That is
it wasn't sarcasm. It wasn't sarcasm.
You are such a sick fuck. You are such a sick fuck. You are literally trying to get sexual details of children. How gross are you? This is the second time you've done this in my stream. 2 different times that you have tried to get details of children.
It wasn't sarcasm.
Sexual details of children. How gross are you?
Word.
How gross are you, Lolcow Enterprise? Seth.
It was a.
What's your name? What's your name, Seth? What? Seth?
It was a rhetorical question. It was a rhetorical question. Because you go into explicit details all the other times.
Is your real name? You have never once heard me go into explicit details about these things.
Yeah,
You've heard me mention these things that have happened because I was a child who was traumatized and abused.
You brought it up.
Juicy. Let's go to the beginning, shall we? You didn't join. You're not joining. We're trying. There we go. Hello?
Hey. Hey.
Hello?
Hello?
Speak again. I put you on speaker.
Hey, Scott.
What's good?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm alright. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Hold on, let me mute the stream. It's like
so it
duplicate.
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the stream for me is in my headphones, so it won't cause an echo, thankfully.
Yeah. So
you know, I am screen recording this too, so I can post it to my YouTube and to other places. I can post it to my podcast. I like to rip the audio of the screen recorded videos that I have and post them to my podcast.
You have a podcast?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, a lot of people don't know that.
Is it on YouTube or what?
It's on Spotify, Apple Music, Google Music.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Everything. Anything. I haven't made an episode in almost 2 years, but people keep begging me to make more episodes. It's monetized. I just don't do it.
Yeah, maybe I can be on the podcast.
That would be great. I like to bring. I have had guests on. It's made with Anchor Podcast, which is Spotify for podcasters. Spotify wound up buying Anchor, and now Anchor is a part of Spotify, so I'm a Spotify podcaster.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Turnip. Now just know, I'm talking to my stream too, so I will be chiming in and speaking to people there.
Okay, yeah, and also I'm possibly going to be posting this on my account. Is that okay?
Feel free.
The Sebchoof on my YouTube?
Feel free.
Okay.
So how do I say your name so I don't mispronounce you?
It's Sebchoof.
Sebchoof?
Sebchoof, like that.
Shoof?
Yeah, Sebchoof. That's whatever. I'm not really too particular about the pronunciation.
All right. I just don't like, some people get offended. I'm not trying to be offensive to people. For some reason, my existence is offensive.
Oh, really? Because you were singing this?
I don't know.
Or why do you say that?
I just see people get offended. Hella easy. Like, I literally stay at my house and take care of dogs, and people just are offended. Hi, Jess. I'm very good. How are you today? It's nice to see you. I'm glad that you just got on. You just got over an hour of the stream. What was the best part of your day? We're doing an interview. Sebchoof is doing an interview with me right now on Instagram. That's what you guys hear in the background. And I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Okay, yeah. So, I think I wanted to start with, so I know there's a lot of controversy surrounding you, especially with the Leaping Lemur video. What do you have to say in response to that? Because he made a bunch of claims that are, honestly, I feel like are untrue.
I didn't really watch the video. I watched maybe 5 minutes of it in the background while I was responding to people's comments on it and on his YouTube thread. Personally, I think it's stupid. These people have no lives, and they clearly take a lot of time out of their day, out of their week, out of their months to delve into mine, which is funny, I guess, and sad for them. I wish that they would utilize their time to do something better, I guess, more worthwhile. Maybe find someone who is actually victimizing people in the world, opposed to just me who's living my life.
Yeah, and I also found it really funny how he completely got all his facts wrong. Like, your age, for instance, you're not 43, you're 42.
Correct. And they said that I started my social media career with which was like my 100th Instagram account, Sinfernally Divine, back in 2021 or 2 or something. He had that wrong. A lot, like, just as soon as he started saying that this is where I began, I was like, obviously this guy doesn't know shit, and so I stopped really paying attention, tuned it out.
Yeah, because you've been on Instagram for a while.
Clear's day of me talking to people. I know, there's way worse people out there, Jess. So much worse. You're pretty good. You just did some chores, and you thought you would jump on. Well, I love that you did jump on. Thank you for hanging out with us, spending any of your time with me. What were we just saying?
Hello?
Yeah, you. What were we just saying, Seb?
Yeah. Honestly, just like all of them. I just feel like all the videos on you are uncalled for, and
everything that they're saying is video clips they've taken that are on social media profiles that are all public. There's nothing that I've said that is, like, nothing that they've shown is anything that's secretive. But what they're doing with what they've shown is taking small pieces of things and taking it out of context and not showing you all the reality of where things are coming from. Like, the fact that I said age of consent laws should not exist. I said that, yes, but that's, as soon as I say that, they cut the video, and they don't let you see what I'm saying pertaining to that, which is the fact that Many states have age of consent laws where a girl can be as young as 14. These age of consent laws leave gray areas that allow people who are 18 or older, adults, to have sex with people who are under the age of 18. That's what age of consent laws actually do, allow adults to have sex with minors. There should be a clear and definitive border, a boundary that separates 18 and up from under 18s. Nobody 18 and up should be allowed to have sex with anybody under 18. That's what I said should happen. They removed all of the pertinent information pertaining to the statement and left the one statement to make it sound like I think that adults should be allowed to do those things, which I do not think that whatsoever. If there is a 17-year-old who's willing to have sex with somebody who is 25 years old, at the minimal, that 25-year-old should get statutory rape charges because she was willing. But there should no be consensual laws that allow it to take place. It should be a crime, period. That's my stance. That has always been my stance. And so the way that they take a small piece of information, misconstrue it, cut it, snip out the rest, and then put in their own imaginings so that they can create paint this picture for people that doesn't really exist is fan fiction. It's just really disturbed fan fiction.
Yeah. Have you tried reporting?
Huh?
Yeah.
Have I what?
Hello? Have you tried reporting the video of the leaping lemur and
No.
talk support? Because, I mean, I feel like you have a right with all the lies, and, I've had a couple of videos removed.
No, see, I tried reporting the first video that the Lolcow Enterprise person posted, and YouTube told me that they can't do anything about a video like that unless there's a criminal case pertaining to information in the videos. Otherwise, they just let that kind of shit stay up. So the next step is to the fact that I've lost a revenue source, my Instagram account. That's where damage has taken place. With that happening, if I had the money to get an attorney or if I who wants to work on a contingency basis, like I stated, then I will sue the dog shit out of these people because they've caused factual damages now. And not just actual damages in the short term, but potential significant damages in the long run.
Yeah, you were saying in the millions?
Yeah. With potential lost wages, how these accounts can grow, and my account's growth within a month's period, within 2 months period, within 3 months period, shows an exponential rate at which finances could have been obtained. With sponsorships, with deals, with companies, with corporations, with the entertainment industry. And the way that influencers wind up getting paid, that affected that really, really significantly. I mean, it doesn't hurt me at the fact that I still have 5 other revenue sources from online stuff that they haven't been able to affect. But I'm sure if they could, they would. I'm sure they tried.
Yeah, totally.
I'm sure they tried.
Yeah, because wait, why did your main Instagram get banned?
I don't even know. I never got a reason. I got just a notification. I tried to log into it the next morning, and it told I screenshotted the notice and posted it to my other Insta. But it says that my account has been removed. It cannot be found, and this is permanent. And that's all they told me.
And that happened to a few of your accounts?
That happened to one Instagram account. It happened to 2 Instagram accounts, but one of the Instagram accounts I was able to get back. I don't know how. I think it got sideswept with the one that got permabanned because it was tied to each other. But since that account technically didn't do anything, there wasn't reported, they allowed that one to come back. But it feels like that account is... Which account, Bongwater? It got permabanned by the trolls. That's kind of what we're talking about right now. The Infernally Divine account, which we're talking on currently, they were like, oh, we're sorry, we made a mistake, you can have this account back. And so I was like, okay, since you made a mistake with this one, give me back to Fertile Gaming too, because the mistake is associated with both of them. And they just haven't responded to me about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I was pretty curious when that happened.
I've lost accounts with 500,000 followers before. So, what's 100,000?
Yeah, you'll get it back pretty quickly. Oh, yeah. You just gotta get on the good side of the algorithm.
I just gotta hit the algorithm one more time where people are gonna see where I'm at.
Yeah, because you have fans from
I've had loyal following in the hundreds of thousands since 2019. And these are people who look for me avidly.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah. I found you you popped up on my For You page.
Yeah.
Every now and then, and you've been a pretty cool guy.
I try to be accepting of people, except if they're hateful. I don't accept hate.
Like the Leaping Lemur and Lolcow Enterprise?
No, you see, I would even accept them. Some of the things they're doing might be good, but they're just misdirecting their shit at me right now. It's stupid. There are no victims in my life. I have not made a single victim. And I won't.
Yeah, because you were saying Aaliyah went after you. Aaliyah went after you.
Like, okay, so Matt, I'm going to tell you exactly how that went down. I'm streaming, and I'm playing Fortnite at night with viewers. The only reason I didn't play Fortnite is because 10,000 people begged me to play Fortnite. So I was like, fuck it, we'll play Fortnite with you guys. And so we switched up the stream for a year, where at nighttime we were doing Fortnite with viewers for a couple hours. And so if they came into stream, they're like, we want to play. One night, Aaliyah came into stream and said, can I play Fortnite with you? I said, sure. And she got into the Fortnite party and then got into my PlayStation party. The same way that I was trying to get you into my PlayStation party. But she actually went and took the steps to give me her account information, and I logged into her PlayStation account that she had just made so that she can get into the PlayStation party. And then she was there. Then suddenly, somebody in stream mentioned OnlyFans. And I said, I can't tell you that because there might be viewers watching. and that if you want to find it, you can seek out my Twitter, but don't search my Twitter because you'll see more of me than you anticipate, and I don't want you to see that. And then she said, I have OnlyFans. What's yours? I said, I just told them I can't tell people what that is, but if you want to go find it, go find it. So then she private messaged me, and I told her what my Twitter was called. And then she went and found my Twitter. She showed me her OnlyFans at the same time. And while she found mine and showed me hers, then we started talking about liking each other's content and sharing each other's content to help each other's pages grow. And during that, just conversation about getting to know each other, learning about each other's days, who each other were, it's developed into us liking one another. And she expressed the interest first. And she's like, I think I really like you. I've never liked somebody like you before. And in her life, she liked to be single. She liked to just do single woman things. And she said there was something about me that made her want to be an actual girlfriend to someone. And when she told me this, I was like, well, I kind of like you too. I don't know where it even came from. I wasn't trying to like anybody, but it's there. It's how it is. And so I spoke to my children. I spoke to my ex-wife. I spoke to my coworker. I spoke to my girlfriend. I spoke to my boss. I spoke to my friends. I spoke to everybody around and let them know the situation. Everybody was like, no, Scott, if you're happy and she makes you happy, then do it. I was like, okay. So then she and I talked again. I was like, I talked to everybody in my life and told them about you. And she's like, oh yeah, what'd they say? And I was like, well, they think that if I'm going to be happy with you, then to do it. And she said, so you want to go out with me? And I said, sure, I'll go out with you. And we started dating April 11th. And this was all public. We did everything in front of everybody. On my stream, on Instagram, everything was public as fuck. And everybody saw what happened. There's a bunch of crazy people with their hate.
Yeah, I saw you talk to that Lolcow guy. What a guy. What an idiot.
You know, just some people, they get things in their heads and they run with it. That's all that's happening.
Yeah. That was so funny. Totally deserved it. That shithead.
People just run with weird shit in their heads sometimes.
Yeah, making all these lies on you. Like, why? There's nothing to be upset about.
No. Like, I didn't groom her. I didn't know her. She was just a woman who did adult things. I was just a man who did adult things. We happened to like each other, and we dated briefly. Neither of us have any regrets about our relationship. Neither of us hurt either of us. Neither of us left bad word in each other's mouths. We both have nothing but positive things to say about each other.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, so I know you're a Satanist. When did you first get into Satanism?
When I was like 14, 15.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Except for the majority of my life.
Yeah, because I saw in the Leaping Lemurs video that even
people try to take Satanism as a negative as is. So when I first gained social media popularity in 2019, I've never denied being a Satanist. I've always clearly let people know I'm a Satanist, I'm a felon, this is who I am in the world. I have been addicted to drugs, I have multiple children with multiple women. Like, you guys know the worst parts of me. I freely admit the person I am in this world. I have no shame or guilt or regrets or remorses. And being a Satanist, the monotheistic groups in the world. Ooh, you're a Satanist too? I began COS, Jess, but I'm a card member of the TST now as well. I got my card from Stanton LeVay. My original COS card I got from the grandson of the founder. I feel really cool about that. I have some really cool memorabilia of the original Church of Satan that came from when Anton LeVay was running this shit. Let's go. So you know who Stanton is then? It's sad that he died recently, a couple years ago. But I even sold that motherfucker weed once. Yup, I do. I began my religious journey in regular church. What's up, Absent Baby Daddy? My mom was a bad person. She was a bad person. And I know, almost 5 fucking years, Baby Daddy. 5 fucking years since 2019. How crazy is that? She was a good example of what not to be in the world. I can say that much. She would have me go to church to get me out of the house when I got older, like an understanding age of the weird, fucked up things that she was doing, so that she could keep doing her weird, fucked up things without a child in the house. Oh, I'm sorry that happened, Jess. How did she die? Jess's mother passed away when they were 10. And so at church, like, I had a friend, and his grandma would take us to the church. After church, we would go to McDonald's, so that was cool. I went for the McDonald's at first. And then when I would start learning about what they were talking about in the church, and like reading their Bible and singing their hymns with them and understanding what they were trying to tell us with their story, and then I would have questions. I would ask the Sunday school teachers and the preachers questions. They didn't like my questions. And I became this kind of like outcast kid at the church. And so eventually I just wound up being the person who would ditch off from the church and go play video games or go play doctor. And from there, wound up trying to figure out, like, if the church is wrong, then let me see what witchcraft is. Let me see what pagan beliefs are, and started looking into, you know, different gods of the elements and spirits and deities. And through Ouija boards and summonings and none of that stuff working, then I'm like, fuck it, okay, if none of this is working, then let's see what Satanism is about. And I got a hold of the Satanic Bible. And when I read that, it was not at all what I thought it was going to be. It's more of a self-help book. It, like, teaches you your own strength. Not to be reliant on others, to be reliant on self, to accept your responsibility in situations, and to not allow others to walk all over you or mistreat you.
Yeah.
The Satanic
Yeah.
Calendar is published by Avon Books.
Yeah, hold on. I had one more question. So, I want to actually bring it back. So, it's actually pretty funny because back in the church, you would try and convince the other kids to go play the arcade and doctor with you.
Oh, I would. It'd be easier to do. Like,
It'd be easy?
Church is dumb. Yeah, nobody liked it. None of us liked being there. It was stupid. The songs were dumb. The lessons were dumb. Nobody enjoyed it. But
yeah, and what do you say?
Going behind the building and fondling each other, or going off to the arcade down the street, either one of those was a way better option.
Yeah, and when you say these kids were as messed up as you, or they had a pretty...
Yeah, everybody,
pretty good...
like, the kids who do those kind of things are people who were messed up. They were messed with and messed up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When you find a child who's over-sexualized like that, they were fucked with. It's not good. And a lot of those kids are found in churches, and that's why the churches are filled with pastors who are pedophile priests.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to try and convince the kids to play doctor with you?
No, it wasn't me convincing them. We were all kids. You know, I was a kid. And it's just, things would go on. We would hang out, then they would want to play house, and then we would get into going from other, things happen.
I mean, still, even as a kid, you can essay other children. You know, I mean, if you're over here trying to convince them to play doctor and
that's what I
house
said.
with you, that's pretty inappropriate.
Nobody was convincing anybody to do these things. They were just things that kind of occurred.
You literally said in your other video that you had to convince them to play doctor
Nobody
and go to the arcade with you.
Them to do anything.
You said that word for word, that you had to go to the doctor, that you had to go play doctor with them.
No, I already knew that you were the individual responsible for
doing
doing
this. You know who this is? This is Lolcow Enterprise.
I know it is. I know you were. I knew you were by the tone of your voice, and when you first started talking here, I called
No,
it
you
out when you
did.
first I called it out when you first started
didn't.
talking to me in the stream, and that's why I allowed this to occur right now, and that's why I'm screen recording it. That's the reason why I'm screen recording this. So you like to try to twist things and put things in my mouth that aren't true. I was
It's not
a young
twisted. You
child-
literally said
I was a
you had
young
to try and
child
convince.
Who was put into situations where things like that occurred. You tried to sit there explicitly tried to get me to go into details with you about my...
No, because you did. Because you wouldn't do. You said
and
you
I'm not
go
going to
into
go into
explicit
details
detail.
with you because you're a sick fuck. You guys have heard this the whole time. The whole time he's been trying to get me to go into explicit details. He hasn't said it this time, but he's been trying to word it in a way that's getting me to say things explicitly about what I did as a child, when I was a child, and I was a fuck with child myself.
No, it was
That's what
sarcasm. It
he's
was.
trying to get. This, and he's trying to say sarcasm now? That is
It
not
wasn't
sarcasm. You are a
sarcasm. It
sick
wasn't
fuck, dude.
sarcasm.
You
It
are
was
such
a
a
word.
sick fuck.
I forgot.
You are such a sick fuck. You are literally trying to get sexual details of children. How gross are you? This is the second time you've done this in my stream. 2 different times that you have tried to get details of
It
children.
wasn't sarcasm.
Sexual
It
details of
was.
children.
I'm
How
trying to
gross
think
are
of the
you?
word.
How gross are you, Lolcow Enterprise? Seth.
It was a.
What's your name? What's your name? Seth. What?
It
Seth.
was a rhetorical question. It was a rhetorical
Seth
question
Sebchoof?
because you go into explicit
Sebchoof?
details all the other
Sebchoof is
times.
your real name. You have never once heard me go into explicit details about these things.
Yeah,
You've heard
you
me
do.
mention these things that have happened because
Yeah,
I was
you
a
do.
child who was traumatized and abused.
You brought it up
When-
multiple times. Multiple times.
And you're
Talking about,
literally
oh,
asking about it. You're literally
It's
asking
weird.
me about these things. I have mentioned I was
Because it's
somebody who
weird.
was
You have to
hurt and
convince-
abused.
you have to
Why do you want to
convince.
hear this
It's
shit? How
weird.
fucking weird are you, dude?
I'm not trying to fucking convince. I'm trying to
Everybody
expose you for being a
the
weirdo.
stream heard you. The people in my party hear you. We all know
Okay.
who you are. I've screen recorded this whole thing and I'm posting it. You are fucking caught again in 4K on screen recording trying to get explicit details of children's sexual acts. How fucking nasty, dude. How fucking nasty as fuck. I'm ending this with you right now and blocking you. I knew this is who you were. As soon
So
as
you
you
don't
were
want
done
to
with
be
this
in the
call,
interview?
I was actually going to mute my stream so you couldn't hear it and be like, all right, everybody, that was Lolcow Enterprise. And I knew you were you by your voice.